All right, ladies and gentlemen. I see we got them in the live chats already. Got a little motion to it, and we appreciate you tuning in with us on this Thursday afternoon, man, or Thursday evening rather. So I'm not gonna take up too much of y'all time, man. We're gonna intro, in my opinion, best hooper in Coweta County, man. I think the best hooper on the south side. If you ask me, maybe not maybe the best hooper in the class. He smiled in the background. He smiled in the background, y'all. 2029, one of the hardest workers, you know what I'm saying, definitely on the south side and potentially the state, if not the nation. 6'4" guard, 180-pound young man, Jevon Findley. Yes, sir. How you doing today,
Uh,
sir?
I'm doing great. About you?
I'm good. I'm good. Hopefully the intro did you justice, but I try to hype you up, brother.
Thank you.
100%. You left-handed or right-handed?
I'm right-handed.
Right-handed. Okay. If you was left-handed, because I'm left-handed, so I was gonna throw that symmetry there. So we already talked off camera, but for the people that's watching, man, saying, how was your day? What did you do today, brother? Now, out of school, you got a lot more time on your hands.
Mhm. Today was good. I mainly worked out today. I was outside a lot, shooting around. Then I went to the gym. I worked out, doing a lot of off the dribble, mid-range pull-ups, all that, ball handling.
Okay, guess so. Got back, kind of back to the basics. That nothing too crazy. Just, yeah, man, just strapping in the blade. I like that, brother. You know what I mean? So when we talk about mid ranges today, man, you know what I mean? It's hard to bring up mid ranges without bringing up Shea Gildas Alexander, SGA. He's smiling right now, so I'm assuming he's one of your favorite players, or you said somebody you like to watch. What do you think he's doing for the game of basketball right now?
I love SGA. I mean, he's really changing the game with how, like, his volume and scoring. Like the way he can get downhill, bump a defender off him, get pull up for his midi. It's amazing. I try to model my game after him a lot with his physicality.
100%. And so I know in order to do that, in order to bump people off, you gotta take the weight room serious. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have good core strength. So what are you doing in the weight room to, you know what I'm saying, have yourself ready for those critical moments that creates that spaces that allows you to get your shot off.
Well, I'm in Coach Maxwell's weight training class, and he works as hard in there. He works as real hard in there. And then also while we're out, I have a bunch of weights over here in my room. I work out as much as I can. I have I have a lot of workouts for like shoulders, back, chest, just sitting on my wall.
Okay, shoulders back, chest. You in Coach Maxwell weight training class. I know he ain't playing no games. I know he's serious,
No,
man.
he's not.
Talk about, Max. I know you watching, man, and I'm eager to know, man. Talk about that first time you met Coach Maxwell. You may have heard about his passion. When you see it, you never ready till you see the person. So just talk about that first encounter.
Well, when I first encountered him, he's really chill in person,
Yeah,
like real chill in person. But on the court, it's a little bit different. He'll get into you, but it's really just to bring in that mindset of like, just like go at it with everything you got. Like he really tries to develop your like mindset with your when he just tries to go at you.
100%, 100%. And we'll get back to Coach Maxwell, but I had to get that early story from you early on. So let's talk. Let's take it from the beginning to the end, my friend. How you like what 14 now? 14, 15?
About 15 now.
15. All right, you learn his lesson. That's big. That's a big step for a young man.
Mm-hmm.
But let's talk about when you first started playing a game of basketball. When did you first pick up the basketball? And, what is it about? What was it about the basketball that made you stick with it?
So it was around I think around sixth grade. I came outside. I saw my dad shooting around, and he kept making them. And then I came up to him. I was like, "How do you keep making them?" And he's just talking to me about like using the gooseneck and all that. And then and then soon enough, I think I asked if I could play rec ball. And then when that came around, I think I only scored one bucket my first game, but it wasn't even just the bucket. I saw what everybody else was doing around me, and I was like, hey, I want to do that, and I want to be better than this kid at doing it. And then that's really where I started going to the gym with my dad. he took me to the gym. We were just working on basic stuff like left hand, right hand layups, trying to dribble. And then around like the end of that AAU or rec ball season, my rec ball coach, his name was Coach Joe. He took me on to the AAU team I play on now, and we met the coach. His name was Coach Dinkins,
Hmm.
and so from there, Coach Dinkins actually started training me, and that's where I really started seeing my game progress, like really progress, because he was pumping in things I still do now, like just spin moves, just teach me how to dribble, all that. Because before that, every single time I dribbled, it would come right off my foot every single
Mm.
time. So yeah, about that around that time, I started getting better at the game basketball because we were just training outside. We were training a lot every single week, and from that point, it was really just it's really when I started taking my work ethic more seriously because now I'm looking at everybody because from going from rec ball to AAU, like the competition got a lot better, and I was like, hey, I want to be better at this kid than doing all of it. I just wanted to be able to do all of it better than anybody else. And yeah, from there I just kept grinding, and I honestly I kept playing rec ball until about eighth grade because I really wanted to get my. It was the confidence part that I wanted to get going. Just doing stuff I wouldn't usually do in a real AAU game, and that's where I started to develop the feel, like my real feel for the game. And then yeah, we that eighth grade season. It was like from seventh to eighth grade. That's where it started really. I started where I really picked up on the game. Like I was starting to score about 18 points per game. Then next thing you know, we had the ninth grade season. That was pretty good. I think we went around 16-5. I'm not sure about the real record. And ninth grade really helped too because they don't really pull up the ninth graders for for JV and varsity.
Hmm.
So ninth grade definitely helped my confidence. Around like the end of I think after Christmas, I was averaging 23 to 24 points per game in ninth grade. And then my team actually went on the Puma circuit um, that summer. And from there, it was a really good experience because the competition definitely went up. Because from there, now the kids started, they were catching putback dunks like straight off the misses. I never seen that before.
Yeah.
Hmm. Also played in the P32 a little bit, but then that was right before we went on the Puma circuit.
What's P32? That's a Puma circuit or something?
Nah, it's the New Balance circuit. I played on there with a different team a little
Ah,
bit. Hmm.
okay.
Yeah, and then from there it's been pretty smooth sailing. I think I'm about about 17, 18 points per game on the Puma circuit. Puma's actually reached out directly. They're trying to push me out there as much as they can now.
Wow. That's big. So from hearing you correctly, started picking up. You picked up the basketball in sixth grade, right?
Yes, sir.
Sixth grade. By 2 years, you had found the footing, and really 3 or 4 years. You know what I'm saying, you turned into let's say one of the most budding young prospects on the Puma circuit. So for this kind of happened, I don't want to say fast. You didn't put your time in, but just how does it feel for it to come for a circle you used to see success this early?
It feels really good because even though I know like I'm not done yet, like I still need to keep grinding. Like seeing just how fast I progressed from where I was. Like I still have my first rec ball game. I remember I used to watch it and I used to see myself I'd airball a shot like from 2 feet away from the basket. And it was just so funny to see myself then versus now.
I understand. What are those intangibles that or what are those skills that people watch your game that they pick up that you think they pick up instantly? When I watch Jevon Findley, what should I pick up watching you live or watching film?
The athleticism. I think my athleticism really sticks out. And I never really saw how athletic and big I was. Like I never really saw it, and that's what really made me pick up the skill aspect of the game. Like you'll see me really try to. I'll spin. I'll try to step back. I'll try to just cross, get to the basket. You'll see me do a lot of Euro steps, a lot of that.
No, 100%, 100%. I know you watch a lot of Shea, but I'm gonna take you across the way and say, say I see a little Stephon Castle, see a little Steph Castle. Saying some people may call me crazy. That's just West a little bit Baker thinks. Uh, but this talk about us. Let's see. Not I want to be. Well, let's go to the film. I don't want to make you say you go too mood. You know, what I mean, I know you got a lot of eyes on you. Yeah, we got him now. So let's just go to. All right, 1 second, brother. I believe this is Puma film here. All right. All right. You know what I mean? His spins, dunk, you know what I mean? Fundamental fast break. We like to see that. Yeah, but this is where you know what I'm saying, you talked about you putting the hours in the weight room, creating that separation. You talked about step backs. But you know what I'm saying, are you knowing right here to get ready to go to the step back and create separation? What if
Right there, right there. That was my go-to right there to go for the step back
okay.
because that kid was playing me tight the whole game. I knew I had to get something off, so I was just thinking I just step back.
And one?
Yes, sir. I was in one.
Okay. Okay. So you right here, this is in Hoover, top 5 facilities.
It was a really good facility.
I still haven't been down there yet. Just by I plan on getting down there soon. I try to go see. I know 3SSB usually hits it. I don't think they're hitting it this year.
I think
But
UA hits it a lot. I think.
they hitting it this year.
Yeah, I think UA is in there this year.
All right. Are y'all come? Is Puma coming to Lake Point?
Is Puma coming to Lake Point? I don't think this year.
It's tough. Either way, man, I'm gonna see you. So what I'm saying, since we're on the Puma, since we're on the circuit, you played on the New Balance and the Puma circuit. I know both. All right, man, I'm gonna add you in here in 1 second, Nash. I know Puma and New Balance. They're newer circuits. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
What would you say about the competition? Are they eye level? Is one higher than the other, or what do you think?
I think the Puma circuit had better competition overall because this team right here that you're showing on the screen, I think their coach, like a USA basketball coach, they had a 6'9" kid, a bunch of kids speaking French.
Wow.
hmm I think the competition is definitely getting a lot better.
Facts. I agree. I think you know. What I mean, especially with it becoming more of an international game. But just as I bring my co-host Najee Wilkins on, man, just talk about you know. What I mean, it's international game. I didn't know it was. I see it. You know, OT they had their team. They play international ball. But I didn't know it was at the grassroots. It is prevalent. So what's it like for you to be playing up against? You know, what I mean, young men that are speaking different language.
It was definitely a surprise. I didn't expect that at all. Like when I saw that, I was surprised. Like, he was speaking straight French. Like they had one kid translating, but it was definitely fun playing against him. He was really tall, but I ended up pulling away because that game I was just being ultra aggressive at him. I think I ended that game with like 35 points. It was a really tough game. We ended up losing by 2 though. That was the only thing that got me.
At the buzzer.
It was I think it was like a minute and a half left. They got us right there.
I'm gonna bring in Naj real quick. I know my co-host Najee Wilkins, one of the best to ever do it, man. How you doing today, sir? Hit the mute button, my friend.
I'm all right, brother. Staying busy. What's going on, Jevon? Appreciate you coming on, man. I know I've been trying to get you last 2 weeks.
Sir, how you doing?
I'm good, brother. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Nah, man. Star right here, brother. You know, cool, calm, and collected, brother. Gave me like a smooth. Give me smooth as you're doing great right now, brother. You feel what I'm saying for the point of. But before I throw it to Naj and bring him in for questions, how do you like to start a game, man? I know you said that game you were talking about a team you was being aggressive, you was attacking. You know what I mean? Do you like to ease in, get your teammates involved, or how do you like to, you know what I'm saying, test the waters?
So I usually start out. Attacking the basket. That's my first instinct to see how a team is going to play us.
Mm-hmm.
And then usually when I see it when it's a zone, we have a couple of good shooters, especially his name's LJ, pretty good shooter. We like to go with him on his zone. Sometimes I'll try to attack, get a good little mid range in against his zone. But if it's man, usually the offense usually goes through me because 9 out of 10 times it's usually a mismatch.
Yeah. You just find yourself being quicker off the bounce than your defenders right now.
Yeah, I say if I'm not quicker, I'm stronger. If I'm not taller, I'm quicker. So if they're shorter than me, I'm going straight at them.
This clip right here specifically, you know what I mean? You're kind of going through about 4 defenders here. 1, 2, 3, you know what I mean? And so why were you so effective right there? You know what I mean? You're coming downhill. It looked like they're playing zone, but 2 spread out, the center's wide open. Am I right or wrong here?
Oh, you're right. All right.
You know, you split. Looks like the tweener or the wing rotates late. It rotates late. So just kind of break this down in this gen area. What are you seeing here? Because you got to pass at the top at the wing here, but you go for the reverse late. What do you see right here?
I think it's pretty bad help defense by the other team because that kid over there is just sagging off. I don't think the kid that's coming to guard me, I don't think he was ready at all.
Okay. Nah, definitely not. At this stage, you know what I'm saying, playing 15U or 15U, do you still find the defenders playing timid?
I think it really depends on the team. There's been some teams that they're going straight at my head, being physical, especially like the little defensive menace they have. Usually, one team always has one little defensive menace that just plays straight defense. But when they send those people at me, I just try to stay calm and use my body to shield them off.
100%. Use that little bump. All right, we're gonna bring in Coach Maxwell right here. Got a comment. Appreciate you tuning in, Coach. Appreciate the love. East Coweta basketball program produce college basketball players. Choose one is up next. You know what I'm saying? Chosen one is up next. 100%. Appreciate you tuning in, Coach. All right, now, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you tap in with Brother Jevon. You know what I mean?
For sure. So, Jeff, I wanted to talk about something you said. You like to attack the basket early in games. It's not always players' decision. They like to shoot the ball. So I want to ask you, when you're facing adversity in the game, let's say your shot's not falling, you know, you're struggling a little bit from the field. How do you get out of that funk? What's your first thing you do if you are struggling from the field?
If I'm struggling from the field, I try to really stay calm, because a lot of players when they're struggling, their body language is bad. They're just all over the place and frustrated. If whatever I'm doing is not working, I like to try to get my teammates involved. But if that's not working, I'm just trying to keep going at the basket. If nothing's working at all, I'm trying to see if I can get something going.
Period. And then let's talk about the difficult part of the game. So when you got that and you're going, talk about your ability to, I know obviously you're good at driving to the rim, you can shoot, your facilitation, right? Not necessarily only for yourself, but for your teammates. How do you approach that aspect of the game?
It really comes off when I'm driving, because when I drive, everybody's keying in on me because they know if I drive, they need to help. That's where I'll find somebody in the corner for that shot, or even if I drive, a lot of times we have a big in that corner and he'll backdoor, and it's an easy drop down pass for him.
Love that. Okay. And then let's go defensive side of the ball. What's your approach there, right? How do you stay in front of guys, on the perimeter? Do you try to go for steals? And why is that part of the ball, that side of the ball important?
On the defensive side, I'm really trying, when it's somebody a lot quicker than me, I like to try to stay as low as possible because I know they can get by me. And that's where I rely on my help defenders. I rely on them a lot. And then I don't really try to go for the steal. I don't gamble as much unless I see it's a really lazy pass. And the reason I find defense such a big thing, I find it whenever we win a game, it's usually off our defense. It's not really all of our scoring. It's usually our defense. If we lose, it's probably because we had turnovers and we had a bad defensive game.
And then you talked about trusting your teammates with the help defense. So how do you kind of garner that trust a little bit? Because like you said, sometimes it might be a guy that's quicker than you. You know, you got to kind of let it be and trust your help. How do you trust that in sometime in those big games?
Because well, I find the help defenders we have is they're tall and lanky. Like one of them's about 6'5", 6'6". He like we trust him with all everything for blocking shots, especially him because he'll track it down and get somebody off the backboard a couple times a game.
There it is. And then I believe you said you're playing on the Puma circuit, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, you are. So how has that been? What session are you guys on now? And what have you been kind of learning throughout this process? You try to continue to elevate your game so you're ready for next season.
So I think we're going on session 10 in July. Yeah, session 10. And for the Puma circuit, I find it helping elevate my game a little bit because ever since I started playing on the circuit, this is the first time I've ever been like I've been getting face guarded and doubled. Usually when I play in AAU games, I don't really find that much, but I found it a lot in the Puma circuit, like a lot, and it's really forced me to try to play off the ball more, get more people involved. I think it's really helped elevate my game.
And then why I think Baker made it asked you earlier, but why do you feel like that Puma circuit is so slept on? You talked about earlier a whole team speaking French and you know what I'm saying, just the kind of diversity of the game, but why do you feel like the Puma circuit isn't talked about more compared to maybe some of the other circuits?
I think it's because of the amount of teams. There's a lot of teams. So it's a lot easier to pick out a bad team that they might have than the better teams they have on that tier of the circuit.
There it is. Okay. And then you talked about being more face guard and double. I know you said Puma's trying to push you out more. So obviously talk about your adjustment of playing more so off the ball. But when you have that and you're double, you're trapped, right? Do you get a little frustrated when that happens? Or you kind of like, okay, now they respect my game. Let me find other ways to get involved. Like, how do you perfect, I guess you could say, playing off the ball?
I try my best not to get frustrated because I know at the end of the day it's not going to help anybody at all. And the playing off the ball aspect, I really think is going to help because really just cutting to that free throw line, cutting back door, it really helps get some shot open for me. Or if that doesn't work, I can as soon as that double comes, I know exactly where they're coming from, so I can pass it out because a lot of my teammates they can mostly shoot. So really, when I can really trust them to get their shot off whenever I'm getting doubled.
Talk about your leadership quality, if you don't mind, Jevon. Like, how do you like to lead? Are you leading by example? Do you like to be a vocal leader, or do you just like to let your play do the talking? How do you lead?
It's a lot of letting my game do the talking, and I really love to get them involved. Like that's my favorite thing about the game. I really love getting my teammates involved in the game, and I think they see that part, and they trust me when the game gets tight to go in and do my thing. So it's really just a trusting aspect of the game.
Got it. I want to bring up this comment by Coach Maxwell. I want to get your thoughts on this, Jevon. He says, Puma circuit better players don't come from the South. A lot of Midwestern players are players that match foreign skill-based style. Jevon fits that mold. Can you talk a little bit about why do you feel like that statement is true? Why do you feel like your game matches the foreign style of what we're seeing, kind of that multi-versatile type of player that can do a whole bunch of different things?
Because I think a lot of teams down here, at least, they're looking for that aspect of the game, like, hey, can we get this kid to come fit into this whole system
Mm-hmm.
instead of can we get this one player that can help us through whatever diversity that team's facing? How can we bring them on and can they help us by just their overall game?
There it is. Do you feel like what's your thoughts on what the game is today? Do you feel like the foreign basketball style, the everybody being able to play, do you feel like that's helping the game? What's your kind of this is an opinionated question. What do you feel about the foreign based style kind of being more kind of ingratiated in the game now?
I think it's a really good thing for the game because we never really seen like for example, Victor Wembanyama, we never seen anything like that.
No.
7'5" shooting threes off the dribble and all that. Never seen that. And now it's a lot of pace and space era basketball, so a lot more entertaining to watch. Everybody can get their off. There's a lot more volume in scoring now. I think most MVP leaders are averaging about 30 points per game.
Facts.
That's a great point. Last one before I throw it to Bacon. Do you, and I know you probably don't, but do you feel like there's less opportunities now with the game being more international? When I say opportunities, I mean like, do you feel like the pathway of, let's say, college or even potentially the pros is a lot harder now with, unicorns we're seeing now, the Wimbies, right? Giannis back in the day, Jokic, like just seeing these guys that can do so many different things. Do you feel like it's a harder route or do you feel like it's easier?
I feel like it's only harder if you're not trying to work as hard as them. Like, if you're working as hard as they can, like obviously basketball has its freaks, but I always believe if you really work as hard, if you're really working hard, then you can pretty much do whatever you believe you can do.
Well said.
What's up, like Jeremy Kane, man? Come on now. Even watching the docs. I want to ask you, Jevon, as a savant of the game, the people want to know and should know. I'm saying, what's your routine like? You know what I mean? I think we talked off the game 7 days a week, but are you an early riser? You know what I'm saying? It's just what's your schedule like?
I usually like to get my stuff going around about noon. Around noon, I think I'll come outside. I'll get shots up for a while. Like I think yesterday, I think it was around. I think I did 250 shots just from the mid range,
Mm.
and then around around like I'll say 6 or 7 p.m. I'll go to the gym and then I'll go and probably get 250 other shots up on my with now that my dad has like the key to the gym, I can get shots up, and then it'll be around. Sometimes it'll be about 12 in the morning. I'll be dribbling in the garage, just working on 2-ball manipulation and all that, and then I think I like to get a workout in before I go to bed.
Just ball basketball workout or just like actual like weights, push ups, what type of workout?
Weights at the end.
Weights. Okay. So you do. So that's your routine, like you say, and you are 7 days a week.
Mm-hmm.
How does the body feel? How does the body feel? Not and what you working out? How does the body feel? What you playing actively on the circuit? And do you feel like y'all are playing too many games right now? Or you feel like this? How do you feel about that aspect of the game too?
I don't think we're playing too many games. It's about 4 games every weekend.
Okay.
Yeah. And after the last game, once we get home, I usually ask to go to the gym right after the game. Mm-hmm. And then my body feels fine. There's sometimes if it's just my body's not working, then I'll sit it down for like a day or two, and then I think it's about time to get back to work.
100%. Why do you love the game of basketball so much?
I think I love the game of basketball a lot because I don't think there's anything more perfect than seeing the ball go through the net. And the thing I love more than anything is to see myself just rise above a challenge. because I see all these players, and to see myself just rise above them, just past them, I really love that. I think it's just that competitive instinct I have.
100%. All right, man. Let's talk about the school ball, man. Going to East Coweta, man. What made you want to stay home and play for East Coweta Indians, Coach Maxwell?
I think it's just their belief in me. They really believe in me, and they really trust the work that I put in on my own. And I think their system's gonna be really nice for me because I think they're gonna allow me to just be able to attack the rim whenever there's no play call, and they're gonna be able to trust me to get a bucket for them.
100%. So let's talk about the person. I'm not gonna know everybody's name right now. Forgive me, Coach and Jevon. But coming in next year, David asked you this one name to put out there. And you know what I mean? I know you've been keeping an eye out on the Noonan Elite boys. You know what I'm saying? They've been bringing home the hardware. So for anybody who's been paying close attention to basketball in the county knows that East Coweta is on a trajectory to be, you know what I'm saying, very competitive in the near future. So just what are your thoughts about that? What expectations do you have on yourself and the team for this upcoming season?
Yeah, I think we're gonna have a great season. We have David, Mamadou, Braylon, upcoming like me and Jamarcus are upcoming and on the varsity. Yeah, I think we're gonna have a really good season this year.
And with the addition of you coming from JV, what type of what do you add to this team? You know, Harper, you know what I mean, added a lot of different things. Could get down here, could shoot the ball from 40. Coach let him shoot from 40. I know he shot the ball from deep this year, 35. I'm just messing with you, Coach. But what does Jevon add to East Coweta this year?
Um, that's Coach Maxwell. I mean,
Asking you that, what do you add? What are you adding to the team this year?
what I think adding to the team, just that guy that can get downhill. Like whenever there's no play call or we need a bucket, I think I can just be able to get downhill and be able to score for us.
So got a couple more comments. I didn't see these leak in. Y'all gotta forgive me. I've been having my screen full, so I don't see the comments. From John Dinkins R2K. 2K here for sure. Certified Hooper. That's a mismatch for everyone. Not to the kid. Go to the kids, stay in the gym. 100%. If you want, you got to be in the gym. Then correct stays in the gym. 100%, man. This one of your trainers or this is a close friend?
AAU coach. It's the guy that trained me.
Okay. So, I mean, what would be your advice to any young man as I pull up our region for next year? What would be your advice to any young hoopers out there if they got this dream and they want to pursue it to the fullest extent? What are some steps that they must take in order to, you know what I'm saying, get to a similar level of where you're at right now?
Just really work hard and stay committed to it because if you don't stay committed to it, you're not going to get any better. Because and really, like you need to fail to succeed. Like failure is not a bad thing when it comes to basketball at all, or in general, it's not a bad thing at all.
100%. 100%. Let's stay there for a little second. You know what I mean? Why is it important to fail?
Because it just shows everything that you need to get better at. And if you take that failure and just keep working on it, it's going to turn into success.
100%. Now, when you had your first embarrassment fail, but I don't know whether you know what I'm saying. I shot one of my early days. I took a shot at the tip on the wrong goal. I got that rebound, went back up with I
I do
missed.
that too.
So that was your lowest moment, you know what I mean? Or you know what I mean, whatever it was, man. How did you kind of reshape your minds? Like, man, you know what, I messed up, but I know if I stay consistent the next 2 to 3 years, I could be something. So how did you kind of remove the emotions and stick to the plan?
Just can't let it affect you. Just stay working no matter what. If it like you just really can't dwell on what happened in the past because that's just the past. Now you gotta really look up for the future.
100%. Well said, man. So I'll look at the region next year. I believe Westlake is in the region. Douglas County is in the region. Carrollton is in the region. I think that's the new region. Yeah, it's a new region. I believe Northgate's in the region as well. So not as top heavy as East Coweta's region has been in the past, playing Pepperbrook, Kitchen. I mean, you know the whole shebang. But this, you know what I'm saying. What's your thoughts on the region that you're gonna have to face upcoming for your first year varsity?
I think it's gonna be a pretty good competition in the region. You know, we got Westlake,
Yeah,
usually pretty athletic group of kids. Yeah. Got another kid plays for like 444. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a pretty tough, really competitive region this year.
100%. And then you, like you said, you're already seeing some of the kids you're going to see in the region. What is? I mean, obviously you get to see them maybe from afar, up close and personal. But I know AAU and high school basketball is a little different. But what does that do for you moving forward? I already have seen some players that you're going to see in come school ball time.
Really know that I'm better than most of those kids. That no matter what Instagram or anything else says, I know I can stick with them. And I can really compete with them.
I'm saying, well said. Last thing for me, or not last thing, but one more thing for me. Now I throw it back to Naj. Coaches commented depth about this team, East Coweta team. Um, you know what the team has. You know it's very deep. How far do you think this team can go? This is say during the regular season. Let's keep it there.
Well, I think we can have a extremely good season if we just all stay locked in, put in good work, and we just really believe that we can make a difference for East Coweta this year.
100%.
Talk about East Coweta. We talk about the goals for this year. Coach talked about depth. For you, Jevon, what are your goals for the upcoming year? Right? What do you want to accomplish, both personally and as a team?
What I want to accomplish for this year is I really I really want to be able to be that player that can make a difference like on the court for everybody. I want to be the player that everybody can look at and just say, "Oh, can you go get us a bucket or can you make a play for us?" Like just really be that player that can do everything for the team.
What do you think is the key for young players being ready? I think you said you're going to your sophomore year, so I know you get ready for this big moment. But how can young players be ready or more ready to contribute at the high varsity level and kind of get their names out there even more earlier?
I think it's really just about just being able to do what you can do. Like really have that one skill that you can do on the court and you know you can do it. Like no matter who you're going against. And if you just do that and then as time passes, you'll just be able to do more and more on the team. But I think really just focus on what you're special at in basketball. That will really excel you.
For sure. To walk us through the East Coweta program a little bit, the basketball program. We know they've had a lot of great players. Harper Rife, like so many have come through. You guys are usually always pretty good. What makes East Coweta such an elite program? You think?
I think it's because like EC I think it's going to a 7A school now.
Hmm.
And I think we're just getting a lot more talent as it goes on. People are hearing about it. People are wanting to go to EC now. And I think we're just getting more people that really love the game of basketball. Kids that are playing AAU. I think we're gonna have a lot more better players as the years go by.
And then, real quick, if you can attest to this, just talk about kind of the feeder youth program. Like, kind of how is that there at EC, or if there is one, how does that kind of work a little bit? If you can share.
The feeder youth program
Yeah,
is it like development?
yeah, like development. Like if you played the rec ball, then kind of coming up to what you're doing now. Now you're in the Puma circuit. Talk about that just a little bit.
Oh yeah, I think it's EC is really great for development. There's tons of coaches um played pro like Coach Stroud played in the NBA a little bit. Like there will be times that just during practice it'll be straight skill work. There'll be practices over breaks. It'll just be straight practicing and working on skills. Like I think the development of EC is really great.
Gotcha. And then one more, I throw it back to Bacon. Talk about players you like to watch. I'm gonna challenge you a little bit more on college. Who you like to watch in the game of college? I know it's a little bit of a transactional league, like you have players that'll stay, leave. But there's a lot of players returning. And Cadeau is one that's returning. That's a big time guard. You know about Darius, they come from this passion. But who do you like to watch maybe in college?
I like to watch Otega Owe.
Mm.
Wow. Okay. Why him? You don't always hear that answer.
Quick in the basket, has a good shot. Like I was watching I think it was their last game before. I can't remember what round it was, but like buzzer beater straight from half court. I was I was going nuts at that. That was a
Yeah,
crazy moment.
that was pretty sick. And then they ended up winning the game and stuff.
Hmm.
Tournament. Okay.
Oh, I thought you had one more, but I'm sorry. Jevon, I'm saying, I know you going into your sophomore year, which is really, it'll be over with before you know it. But at the end of your tenure at East Coweta, what do you think your legacy will be off the court? We know what you're going to do on the court. What do you think will be off the court?
I hope to inspire other kids at UC. I hope that they'll be able to look at what I did and they'll be able to think that they can do it too.
In what way?
Just being able to like seeing what I did, like just being able to work hard and just excel, like be great in high school and make it to another level, like just above high school.
100%. I like that. So, brother, what you do off the court, man? I know you workaholic, which is, you know what I'm saying, which is good. No matter what anybody else tells you, man, it's good to be locked in and focus on your dreams. But when you do put that ball down, whether it's after the session, you know what I'm saying, what do you do to kind of chill out?
Usually hang out with my friends. I'll do that. If I'm not playing basketball, I like to get together with old friends from elementary school, all that.
100%. So, what do you say to those friends who be like, man, you always, we don't see you a lot, Jeb. You're always hooping, which I'm sure they don't have a problem with it. They know what the goal you're trying to accomplish. But when you do have those situations, so how do you handle yourself? Like, man, this is my dream. It's not gonna happen through hard work.
When I'm hanging out with them, I try not to mention hooping at all because really, that's the escape from basketball is when I get to hang out with my friends from elementary school. Cause I don't know if they probably know they know I play basketball. I don't think they really know I like play basketball like that.
Wow. So you think it's gonna be a big shock this upcoming late fall when they see you possibly go for 20 plus first game? This is 18 plus. Yeah,
Yeah, I hope I can give them a little shocking.
all right, man. I hope I'm not making summer too tough, but yeah, I know coach is gonna use this as fuel. But what's the most thing you're looking forward to? You know what I'm saying? You got GBCA coming up, live period coming up. Let's just start there. What are you most looking forward at that point? I mean, playing with the team, obviously, it's a live period. Coaches will be there to see what Jevon Findley and East Coweta Indians are about. What are you most looking forward to about that day?
Really getting to know how to play with all the kids at the varsity level.
Yes, sir.
Really getting to play in front of all these coaches, get used to that. Just know there's always eyes on me at this point from now on.
I'm saying, all right, man. And back to the chill stuff. My bad. I know I'm switching it up on you, but who's your favorite artist to listen to right now?
Favorite artist to listen to?
Yes, sir.
That's a good one. I don't think I really have a favorite artist to listen to.
Top three?
Top three? I say Big X.
Okay.
I'll put Drake in there, and then I'll go. I'll just keep it at Big X and Drake.
Big X
Probably
and
the
Drake.
main ones I listen to.
Top two, and not I. So that's your top. That's just who you listen to Let's see. What are some hidden talents about Jevon that nobody knows about right now?
I can draw really well.
Really?
Pretty good artist.
Okay. Picasso, do you paint or you just
Just pencil and paper.
pencil and paper? All
I'm
right.
not a big color guy.
Got a big back on white. Okay, okay, brother. All right. What do you cook? Are you a chef? You know what I mean? Do you do anything of that nature?
No, I don't cook like that.
Just sandwiches, just PB and J's.
I can cook a little bit, but I can't cook nothing fancy. I
Ah,
can I can put some eggs on the stove. That's about it.
hey, that's big. That's big. A little salt and pepper. You know what I'm saying? Got some weird work. You know what I mean? Nothing wrong with that, brother. You know what I mean? I'll be remiss, man. I can't let you off the show, man. Uh, without you talking about Pop. You know what I mean? Mr. Anthony. You know what I'm saying? Just talk about your pops and what he's meant to you. You know what I'm saying? Supporting you along this journey.
It means everything. It's probably the reason. Yeah, probably the reason I started playing basketball in the first place. Because like I said, he was out there shooting. I asked how he kept making them. He's the first one, and he stops whatever he's doing to take me to the gym a lot, especially at those late nights. Like sometimes be 9 o'clock. I ask to go to the gym. He take me, stay there until like 10:30. So that means a whole lot.
100%, man. Well, Big Jevon, man, we appreciate you coming on. Before you go, you definitely got to, the floor is yours, brother. Shout out anybody you want to shout out and plug any social media that you want to, my friend. The floor is yours.
Shout out Coach Maxwell, Coach Stroud, Coach Dinkins, and shout out to my dad. That's pretty much all.
And we're saying, man, we appreciate you again for coming on, brother. Got some last comments. J5, yes, sir. Pluto, Dame X Pluto. And again, J5, yes, sir. This harp. All right. You know what I'm saying? We got harp in the chat, man. You got Coach Maxwell in the chat again. We were one game away from winning the regular season championship. We will be back in the running, no doubt. Appreciate everybody tuning in. One more. We got a Jevon. Yeah, Jevon, you know what I mean? Hey, man, it sound like your friends already know you a star, man. You know what I mean? They've been seeing clips they just ain't even speaking about because you don't like to bring it up. But brother, man, we appreciate you coming on. We will see you soon, and keep up the good work, brother. Thanks for coming on.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sir.
All right, Naj, you know what I'm saying? What you think of the young man? You know what I'm saying?
All the 14 people out there on Bacon Network, please like, comment, subscribe, and hype up the video. Okay, he does these type of shows every single Thursday. We usually do it together, for hoops, and he's doing a big tell your story series that he's gonna be doing every week. I want to say today he's working through that. So please like, comment, subscribe. He's doing the high school basketball interviews. So tap in with my boy on these interviews. Okay. As far as how the interview went, so I had to put the promo, put the pub out there, man.
Hype me up.
Do great work.
Hype me up.
Get the bars going.
Don't go anywhere. We're coming to talk to you too.
Yeah, but nah, great interview, great kid. You know what I'm saying? Got a good game. I love that he's not so focused on shooting a basketball. Like everybody's shoot. He's like, first play, go get a hoop, go get a basket, go to the hoop. Right. If it ain't going, I'm gonna see if I get my teammates involved, and then I'm gonna try to get me a basket at the rim. You know, like those kind of things you don't see enough anymore. And I love that he has that mindset when the shot not falling. Because some of they'll just keep shooting and keep shooting and keep shooting and keep shooting. He has a good mentality, and being a sophomore, he's gonna probably play a good amount on varsity. I think that's big for him to go ahead and get that experience young. And it's gonna help him over the next few years when he is the main guy, when he is a Harper Wright for this East Coweta basketball team. He's gonna know what to do.
Nah, 100%, man. I know you're gonna laugh about this one. This one all come full circle. He talking about playing. He talked about how he played the freshman. In this photo here to the left, as you see a gentleman, the brother like Zachary Richey, but he played like Stephon Cap. So the brother gonna be big time at this comment. Says here, Jevon, best. Jevon, best 10th grader in Georgia. The brother is special, man. I think if not this summer at a GBTA, definitely within this year on the Puma circuit. You know what I'm saying? Jevon Findley is going to be one of the biggest names in Georgia high school basketball. If you didn't hear before, you heard it here first. And ladies and gentlemen, this is Tell Your Story. You know what I mean? Just as the news, you know what I mean? This is where we showcase the story of individuals as well as culture that may inspire success in everyone, and that's what Jevon echoed today. He wants to inspire people. That's what he wants his legacy to be. So make sure I come back every Wednesday, Thursday is to tap in. Well, I think it's Wednesdays when I do my tell your stories. So y'all tune in. Definitely like, comment, subscribe, and hit that hype button. That does a lot for the channel, the exposure for these young men that we put in the platform on. So thank y'all. Again, this is my co-host, Najee Wilkins to my left. I'm Marvin Bacon. You know the deal. Peace and love.